Hi guys, welcome back to Geeks Wargaming. This is Rob, and it's my turn to do LCO army list video, I guess. I like to think we've left the best till last. The other guys will probably disagree with that, but hey ho, here it is. So those of you that have followed the channel for a while might be a little bit surprised by this. I usually take my Iron Hands to tournaments, but this time round, what with the recent release of the Blood Angels Codex, and Blood Angels are actually my favourite chapter. I just haven't used them much on the channel because they've been a bit pants with their last few iterations of the Codex, but this one seems pretty solid. So I've decided to take the Blood Angels to the LCO. I have no idea how I'm going to get on. Obviously, those of you that saw the Gibraltar updates, I did quite well with the Iron Hands, the Dreadnought list. Finished 6th in that tournament. This tournament is a lot bigger. I think there's 60 players in total, so I'm not expecting to get up to the dizzy heights of 6th, especially with this list. It's a bit of a glass hammer, I think. So I'm not entirely sure how it's going to perform. I haven't really play tested it. I had one sort of mini game down our local gaming group, and it was one of those games when none of my dice results were going right, and my opponent was rolling everything that he needed. So it wasn't really a good sort of practice, and also we only played a sort of a turn, so we couldn't really can't really judge from that. But yeah, it's kind of designed to be in close combat, or most things in close combat on turn 1, with the sort of the air support from the Fire Raptor and the Storm Raven. So let me take you through the list. So starting at the front with a 2 HQ. We have a Terminator Captain. He has got the Thunderhammer and Stormbolter, just completely sort of stock really in that respect. The standard load out for a Blood Angels captain. And then next to him, we've got my Warlord, that is the Librarian Dreadnought, and I have given him a relic, the Veritas Vitae, which is the one that every time I use a stratagem, I can roll a 5+ and get a command point back. So that will be useful, particularly with how I plan to play this list. I'll probably have burnt through all of my my command points in the first sort of turn, 2 turns probably. So I could really do with rolling some 5-ups and getting that back. So behind them, we've got the 3 tactical squads to make it a battalion detachment. So the squad at the front is a 5-man, and there's just a plasma gun in there. The sergeant hasn't got any upgrades, so just the bolt pistol and bolter gun. And then the 2 tactical squads behind them, I've got heavy weapon in there, so heavy flame at each. And the sergeants are, it's all WYSIWYG, this army, so the sergeant has a power sword and a hand flamer, and the other sergeant has a power fist and a bolter. Behind them we have the Razorback, so one of the tactical squads can sit in the Razorback and run around the board grabbing objectives, hopefully. Then going on to elites, so at on the left hand side we have a squad of Sanguinary Guard. Again, everything WYSIWYG, so we have 2 axes in there and 2 power fists, and the rest are swords. I haven't taken the death masks, just didn't want to spend the points on them really. They're okay. -1 to leadership for units within 3 inches. It could be useful against some armies, but there's a lot of fearless bubbles and leadership 10 bubbles going around in the current meta, so not sure how useful that would be really. Next to Sanguinary Guard, I've got the Ancient, and he has also got a relic, so I've used one of my 6 command points straight away to upgrade his banner to the Banner of Sacrifice, I believe it's called. That gives you the same buffs that the normal banner gives you, but it also gives a 5+ feel no pain type of bubble to all units within 6 inches that are obviously Blood Angel's keyword. So that will be reasonably useful, I believe, to sort of keep obviously the Sanguinary Guard alive there. Moving across to the right hand side, have the a Death Company. That's a 10-man squad, and in that squad there are 3 Power Fists, a Thunder Hammer, 3 Power Swords, and there are also 2 Melter Pistols there. So they're obviously very kitted out for combat. They've got the jump packs. They've got a very nice stratagem which helps them to get into close combat in turn 1. So I'll be hoping to use that. Then moving to the back, we have obviously the Storm Raven. So this will be sort of carrying around a majority of my army. I can actually make this army a 6-drop army by putting 2 squads of the troops in the Storm Raven, the captain in the Storm Raven, and the Librarian Dreadnought in the Storm Raven. I can make it 6 drops if I need to. So that should be quite useful. As I said, that's going to be sort of flying up the board aggressively, thinning out any sort of hordes to allow my assaulting units get through to the juicy characters or units that I need to go and punch. And then the last unit is the Fire Raptor. Probably arguably one of the most underpointed units in the game at the moment for Space Marines. It's very point efficient. I believe it is, let me just have a look here, it's 358 points for the loadout that I've gone with, so very cheap. So it's got the quad heavy bolters, it's got the Avenger Gatler on the front, and then the Hellstrike missiles. So this can pump out 24 heavy bolter shots, 10 Avenger Gatler shots, and obviously the missiles, 2 missiles every turn. So very good at thinning down hordes. The missiles are also good for taking out most vehicles, and the Avenger Gatler at the front's not bad at shooting at lighter vehicles as well. So I like to think I've got all bases covered with this list, really. So it can thin out infantry with the assault cannons and all the heavy rates of fire, also with the melee capabilities with the chain swords and the swords and everything like that, can thin out infantry quite well. Heavy flamers should help with that as well, but also all the power fists and the Librarian Dreadnought, Thunder Hammers and Melters should help me deal with anything that's heavily armoured as well. So yeah, I'm hoping it performs okay. I think it is going to be one of the lists that I need to get first turn really for it to be really good. And I think once it starts taking some casualties, then it really starts to slow down. So it's very much a shock list. Get up and in the face of my opponent in the first sort of turn, or by turn 2 at the latest. Kill as much as I can so they can't hurt me back too badly. So that's it. Let me know what you think in the comments below, guys. As Richard did, where do you think I will place with this out of the 60? I'm kind of hoping for a mid-table. I'd be really happy if I got into sort of the top 20. I don't think I'll get there. But yeah, where do you think I'll come? Do you think this is a better list than I think, or worse than I think? It'd be really good to see what you think. Obviously, too late to make any changes because the tournament is tomorrow. So yeah, look forward to seeing how this gets on, and obviously we'll be giving you an update video when we finish that tournament in the next few days. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Remember to like the video and subscribe if you haven't already done so. And obviously we've got our 10,000 subscriber video up as well for our competition, so follow the link below to have a look at that. So thanks again, guys, and I will see you in the next one.